If you're looking for the best credit cards in Canada, you're in the right place. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of noise out there. Every bank wants to convince you their card is the best, whether it's for cashback, rewards, perks, or points. But instead of throwing together a random list, I want to walk you through something more strategic. Because the real question isn't just which card gives you the most perks, it's which card actually gives you the most value for the way you spend. That's why I want to narrow in on one specific angle: travel cards with the highest earn rates. And that's because it's the height of summer right now, and if you're going to travel at any point this year, now is probably the time. And here's the truth: most people pick credit cards based on the big sign-up bonuses and flashy perks. But if your goal is to actually earn more from your everyday spending, especially when it comes to travel, then you need to really focus on earn rates. So as I break down this list of the best credit cards in Canada, I'm going to be specifically focusing on cards that give you the highest earn rates in everyday categories like dining, groceries, and gas, the categories that help you quietly rack up travel rewards faster. So let's start with the American Express Cobalt card, which many people know as the best Canadian card for everyday spending, and for good reason. It earns 5 times the membership rewards points on food and drinks, including groceries, restaurants, bars, and food delivery. And that's important because that's the kind of spending most people do every day, not just when they travel. And I value membership rewards points at 2.5 cents each, so that 5x multiplier actually works out to a 12.5% return on your spending. And so that's way beyond what you'll get from most cards, even cards that explicitly advertise high multipliers. You also get 3 times the points on streaming services like Netflix and Spotify, 2 times the points on transit and gas, and 1 times the points on everything else. But what makes the Cobalt card even more powerful is how flexible the membership rewards program is. Sure, you can redeem your points as a statement credit at a flat 1 cent per point, but that's just the floor. Because the real upside comes when you transfer those points to airline partners like Aeroplan, Avios, or Flying Blue. Because with the right redemptions, it's entirely possible to achieve value of 2 to 3 cents a point, especially for business class flights or international routes where cash fares are super high. So that's why these multipliers matter. You're not just collecting points, you're unlocking outsized travel value on spending you'd be doing anyway. And so as a welcome bonus on the Cobalt card, you can earn up to 15,000 membership rewards points in your first year. You'll get 1,250 points for every month that you spend at least $750, which is a setup that rewards consistent use instead of just front loading some expenses. At the base redemption level, that's $150, but it's more like $300 or more if you transfer those points to airline partners. The card's monthly fee is $12.99 a month, or just under $156 a year, or $150 in Quebec. And that cost is offset by perks like mobile device protection, solid travel insurance, access to Amex offers, and $60 in Instacart credits that are valid through 2027. But in my view, the real value comes from how quickly the Cobalt card turns your everyday spending on groceries, restaurants, gas, and even streaming into high-value travel rewards. So if you want to earn fast without changing your routine, then this is one of the strongest cards in Canada. And by the way, I've left a link to the Cobalt card and all the other cards in this video in the description. Now, if you're planning to travel abroad, or you even just want to stretch your everyday spending further, then the Scotiabank Gold American Express is one of the most underrated cards on the market. It pairs strong travel multipliers with no foreign transaction fees, which is a rare combination that makes it ideal for both local and international use. You'll earn 5 times the Scene Plus points on groceries, restaurants, and entertainment, plus 3 times the points on gas, transit, and select streaming services. These are the same everyday categories targeted by the Cobalt card, but Scene Plus points are worth significantly less than membership rewards points, so that's worth keeping in mind. But what sets this Scotia card apart is that it also waives the foreign transaction fee, so when you're using the card abroad, you're not paying the usual 2.5% surcharge that most credit cards tack on. And then on top of that, Scotia also gives you 6 times the points at Empire-affiliated stores like Sobeys, Safeway, Freshco, and Foodland, which adds even more value to your grocery runs. Since Scene Plus points redeem for travel at a flat 1 cent per point, that works out to a 5% return on food and entertainment, and a 3% return on gas, transit, and streaming with no hidden fees when you're overseas. And so all this makes the Scotia Gold Amex one of the most travel-efficient cards for real-life spending. It doesn't just reward your vacations, it turns your regular routines into points you can redeem for them. You also get discounted access to Priority Pass lounges, strong travel insurance, and access to Amex offers. So in short, the Scotia Gold Amex offers one of the best combinations of category multipliers and international usability. So if you're earning with travel in mind, this card quietly does the job. But if you're looking for the maximum travel value, the American Express Platinum card delivers more upfront than any other card in Canada. Right now, there's a limited time welcome offer worth up to 180,000 membership rewards points, and if you redeem those points smartly, they could be worth over $4,000. Here's how that bonus breaks down. You'll earn 100,000 points after spending $10,000 in the first 3 months, followed by another 50,000 points once you reach $50,000 in total spending in the first year, and then there's a final 30,000 points if you make any purchase between months 15 and 17. But this offer does end on August 18th, so if you're thinking about it, now is the time to act. The spending requirement is steep, but if you travel often and aim for premium cabins, then the return here can't be beat. And while the Platinum isn't built for everyday points maximization, it still earns 2 times the points on dining and travel, and 3 times the points when you book hotels or rental cars through Amex Travel. And then everything else earns the standard 1 times the points. But then there are the perks. You get unlimited airport lounge access at virtually every airport in the world. Add to that $200 in annual travel credit, another $200 in annual dining credit, up to $240 in Instacart credits, and best-in-class travel insurance. You also get automatic gold status with Marriott Bonvoy and Hilton Honors, plus a $100 credit for global entry or Nexus applications. So while the Platinum card doesn't offer quite as high of earn rates as something like the Cobalt card, it still earns its place on this list. For high spenders and frequent flyers who want a more elevated travel experience, and one of the biggest sign-up offers ever, the Platinum card delivers exactly what it promises. Now, if you want premium earn rates but prefer Visa over American Express, the BMO Eclipse Visa Infinite is a great alternative. You'll earn 5 times the BMO rewards points on dining, groceries, gas, and transit, making it one of the very few Canadian Visa cards that match the high earn rates of cards like the Amex Cobalt or the Scotia Gold Amex. All other purchases earn 1 times the points, but the core categories are where most people spend the bulk of their budget. Now, the problem here is that BMO rewards points aren't very valuable. They're only worth 0.67 cents each when you redeem them for travel. So that works out to a 3.35% return in the bonus categories where you earn 5 times the points. And if you add an authorized user for $50 a year, then you unlock a 10% points boost on all your spending, which bumps those category bonuses up to 5.5% or roughly 3.7% back. And that's a relatively strong return for spending you're already doing. And when it comes time to redeem, the process is really simple. You can use BMO rewards points to book flights, hotels, or vacation packages directly through their portal, or you can just redeem them for statement credits, all at the same fixed rate. There's no need to deal with airline programs, transfer partners, or any blackout dates. So for travelers who want rewards without all the hassle, this flexibility makes the card pretty appealing. And then to sweeten the deal, there's also a generous welcome offer, up to 60,000 BMO rewards points in the first year. You'll earn 30,000 points after spending $3,000 in the first 3 months, then an additional 30,000 through monthly bonuses. 2,500 points for each month you spend $2,000 from month 4 through month 15. Altogether, that's about $400 in travel value, and the fees are competitive as well. The $120 annual fee is waived for the first year, and you'll get a $50 lifestyle credit every year going forward, which effectively brings your annual cost down to just $70. And that's a pretty great value for a card with strong multipliers, flexible redemptions, and a full suite of perks. Plus, as a Visa Infinite card, you're also covered with premium travel insurance, 24/7 concierge service, and curated dining privileges. Now, if you're a frequent Air Canada traveler, the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite is a card designed for you. It natively earns Aeroplan points, which are Canada's most valuable travel currency, and it delivers consistent value for anyone loyal to Air Canada and its Star Alliance partners. So let's start with the earn rates. You'll earn 1.5 Aeroplan points per dollar on gas, groceries, electric vehicle charging, and Air Canada purchases. Now, those numbers might look modest next to the cards earning 5 times the points, but because Aeroplan points are worth around 2 cents each, you're effectively getting 3% back on everyday essentials like groceries and fuel, and 2% back on all your other purchases. So even with lower multipliers, the total return is still strong. The current welcome bonus is up to 40,000 Aeroplan points in your first year, with a clear tiered structure for earning it. You'll earn 10,000 points just for making your first purchase, and then when you spend $7,500 within the first 6 months, you'll get another 15,000 points. And then finally, there's an anniversary bonus of 15,000 points if you've spent $12,000 in your first year. Altogether, that's 40,000 points, worth around $800 in flight rewards. And right now, TD is also waiving the $139 annual fee in the first year, which adds even more upfront value. But what really sets this card apart is its Air Canada specific perks. You get a free first check bag for yourself and up to 8 travel companions when you fly with Air Canada, which can easily save you hundreds of dollars on family trips. There's also a Nexus fee rebate of up to $100, which makes it much easier to speed through customs. And so overall, the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite is great for anyone who flies regularly with Air Canada and wants to maximize their value through one of the most powerful airline rewards programs in the country. It might not have the flashy multipliers, but if you care about flight redemptions, especially for premium cabins, then this card consistently delivers strong returns with practical perks that you'll actually use. And that brings us to the big question. What's the best credit card in Canada? Well, that really depends on how you spend and where you're headed. For most people, the smartest strategy isn't just having one card. It's combining 2 or 3 cards to maximize rewards across your biggest spending categories. If your day-to-day spending leans heavily on food and transit, then the Amex Cobalt is definitely king. Its 5 times earn rate on dining and groceries, combined with valuable airline transfer partners, makes it one of the fastest ways to turn takeout and grocery runs into legitimate travel rewards. But if you're a frequent flyer or someone who travels internationally, then the Scotiabank Amex stands out as well. It not only earns you a lot in Canada, but also abroad, and with no foreign transaction fees, it saves you money while you earn. But for luxury travelers, the Amex Platinum is in a class of its own. Between the 180,000 point welcome bonus, unlimited airport lounge access, and the premium hotel perks, the Platinum card is built for people who want the best in comfort and value, both at the airport and beyond. Just keep in mind that massive welcome bonus is only available until August 18th. But if you prefer having a Visa, the BMO Eclipse Visa Infinite gives you Cobalt-like multipliers, albeit with points that are worth significantly less. Add on an authorized user and you'll boost those earnings a little bit more, making it a solid choice for couples or families who spend a lot in those bonus categories. And if you're loyal to Air Canada, the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite is another strong choice. You'll earn Aeroplan points natively while unlocking perks like free check bags, accelerated status progress, and a strong welcome bonus, all on top of everyday earn rates that add up fast if you fly regularly. So in the end, all these cards reward specific spending behaviors, and the real win is finding the one that fits with your lifestyle. Whether you're building toward a big trip or just want to make your daily spending work harder, picking the right card or mix of cards can get you there a lot faster. And so now you know which cards offer the best multipliers for travel rewards in Canada. But there's something else that'll make an even bigger difference in how fast you accumulate points and how far those points take you. Because most people pick one card and hope for the best, but there's a systematic approach that lets you earn 3 to 5 times more points while maximizing their value for travel. So to learn the exact strategy that turns everyday spending into round-the-world flights and luxury hotel stays, watch this video next.